everybody, I'm Miranda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a whip and chat. So grab out whatever that is for you, so whatever your work in progress is, aka whip. And yeah, let's have a ramble, shall we? So today's project is one of the small special drill projects I have going. This is mini. If you've seen the unboxing and you have paid attention, you perhaps have seen that the thumbnail and the image were different. I had 4 of these kits and I noticed afterwards that this kit was not actually the same as I had the image taken from the website of. So it was a different mini kit, but oh well, it still works. It's still a mini. I have actually did my trash in like a regular jar, so I now have, can you see it? I have a special jar for all my special drills and not for just regular ones. So yeah, now I have a shiny thing. I'm going to grab a bag so I can open the first color. I'm not going to start with A because that's all the background, so that's a little less interesting. We're going to start with F, which is the outside border and a few of the stars. And we'll see how far we will get. I still need a tray. And do I have one empty? Hold on for just a second. And I'm back. I'm just going to use this one. It's one that came with one of the kits. Can I move it around a little bit so you can see a little bit in the tray? Yeah, it's at least a bit. I have here a plastic film that is from this one in case I don't finish it today. So yeah, what I do with these kits is I'm just cutting them open and almost cut my finger. Put some in, put the rest in the little bag. With these I do need to cut a part off because they are too big for these. Still need to cut a little bit off. But as long as I have the symbol, so in this case F, in the bag, it's fine. I'm not going to use extra stickers because I have this one finished either today and otherwise tomorrow. So this is one of the trays that was actually with one of these kits. It was, I believe, from the Mickey kit, but it still is the same. This one was out of the packaging, so. But yeah, as per usual for the past weeks, this is for my movies and diamonds for in February. So I'm going to start with that. And then afterwards, I'm going to ramble on about the live stuff. So in case you wanted to hear about that, you need to stick around for a bit. If you are not interested in that, you can just listen to the beginning of this video or watch whatever you do. And that's where we are going to start with. So just in case you don't want to hear me ramble on about stuff that happened, well, in my life the past week, yeah, you can just skip ahead to another video once we are done with the movies and diamonds part. With that being said, what the planning is for today, I tried to make a list, but I quickly realized that would take up too much time because I am a bit stupid. And I just realized I hadn't researched anything like at dinner time. So around 5-6-ish, and it's now 9 o'clock. So yeah, I needed to be somewhat fast. But I managed. But yeah, I have a Wikipedia list. That's just basically the same that I need. It is from the best, sorry for the blinking. I touched my cable, but I needed to tilt my laptop screen a little bit. But so yeah, it's a list of the top 10 of the released movies in a certain year worldwide. So the words. I'm just going to read it here as is. The top 10 films released in by worldwide gross are as follows. So yeah, words don't always come as easily out of my mouth, or my head is stuck in translation. Luckily, I was smart enough and just get an English version today. Because otherwise, for some movies, I might have had a different title. Because that sometimes happens. But not that often. But most of the times it's for like the kids' movies, like the Disney movies and stuff. Without further ado, which years, numbers I almost wanted to say, did I use? Well, I looked up the top 10 of every year. From the year I was born till last year, so 2023. And the year I was born in, drum roll, in case you know, you know, well, I'm from 1991. So yeah, I will be turning 33 this year. I'm getting old. And yes, I do know there are people here watching probably older than me, but still. Sounds fun when you say it like, I'm getting old. And I'm happy to be getting older, so don't get me wrong. Because it means I'm still alive. But yeah, with that being said, so I am going to get the top 10 of best grossing movies, films, however you want to call it, from 1991 till 2023. I am going to give more information about the first, like what the distributor words are and what the worldwide gross is. And yeah, gonna tell you if I have seen it, yes or no. If so, potentially like what my thought is. And then I'm going to tell you for the rest of the top 10 what are the movies that I have seen. So in case I have seen only number 8, I'm going to give you the full information about number 1. And then I'm going to say what number 8 is. Well, what the movie is that I saw. So that's that. And that's basically like all I can say about that. Well, we're just going to start. So we're going to start with 1991. The number 1 highest grossing film was Terminator 2, Judgment Day. It is by Sony / Carolco. Never even heard about them, but it's something. And as I said, I don't know if the amount that is the worldwide gross for it is like what was paid then for it, for tickets and stuff, or if it is like in today's money. Because yeah, it was a lot cheaper to go to the movies back then than now. So I don't know exactly what this list does, but it's a list from Wikipedia. So yeah, in case you want to know, maybe you can find it. I couldn't at first glance, so. But yeah, so the gross for this movie was $520 million. And a little bit, but I'm just going to tell you like millions, billions, that kind of stuff, and I'm not going into the nitty gritty. Even though like in this case, 881,000 and something dollars is an amount I would rather have on my bank account, but can't have everything, so I'm just going to keep it easy to get out of my mouth and just tell the millions and potential billions. So yeah, I haven't seen Terminator 2, also not 1, but that's here and there. What I have seen was on this list number 3, and that's Beauty and the Beast. I actually have seen that multiple times. In Dutch, we would call that one Belle and het Beest, which is basically almost the same, only Belle is the French version, but Beast is Beast, so it's kind of the same. It's just the girl's name. For the rest, I haven't seen anything from that list. If you want to see the entire list, I'm trying to remember to put them in the description below this video, but I'm not going to promise a thing because my brain is not always the best. With that being said, I'm going to try. If I haven't and you want to see it, let me know. I'm going to put it still there and link it in the description, in the comment section or something, but yeah, otherwise you still need to believe me. But yeah, for 1992, number 1 is Aladdin. It was from Buena Vista as a distributor, and it had worldwide gross of 504 million. So let's see what I did actually see of the rest. I have also seen number 3, which is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. And I have seen number 8, Sister Act. It was fun. I've seen that one multiple times as well. So yeah, those are the only I have actually seen from 1992. Some years I have not seen much. From 1993, number 1 was Jurassic Park. It was from Universal, and the worldwide gross was $914 million. It's all in US dollars, by the way, just in case I forgot to mention. I actually have seen that one, but it was actually way too young. I do know we watched it in school, and I was, give or take, about 8. And yeah, I'm very quickly frightened. So it wasn't the best movie for me. But I have seen at least parts of it. Not completely seen, but oh well, it's something. The movie I have seen was number 4, Schindler's List. And it's, well, depending on how you can say it, it was a good movie. Even the subject wasn't good, but it's a World War II movie, in case you don't know. I personally love history movies. Especially the World War II movies, for one of the other reason, many times like medieval is not always done the best. And sometimes they're a little bit too violent. There were violent times, but yeah, I'm not looking for like slaughter after slaughter after slaughter. Because many times World War II still is, but yeah, it's a lot different. Well, I'm contradicting myself. It's still a lot of slaughter, but it's many times also more about the stories trying to tell for one or the other reason. Yeah, I'm rambling about it now, but I, in general, love history movies. Most of the times, more like Second or First World War. The rest is a bit like how my mood is. Depending also on like how good they are. First these few, and then I'm going to look. Those were also the only two I had seen that year. So 1994, number 1, The Lion King, a Buena Vista, and it had a gross of 763 million. Again, US dollars. I have seen that one. Let's be honest, it's a classic. Okay, Forrest Gump is not number 2, and I haven't seen that one, but it's still on my list of need to watch. But yeah, need to watch and have watched are two different things. The rest of the list, Dumb and Dumber, I'm not completely sure if I have seen that one. Just Like the Mask. At least is that version that I think it is? Yeah, it's that version. Those are two I'm not completely sure if I have seen them, so I can't exactly tell you I have seen them. But for both I think I have, but I'm not entirely sure. Otherwise I have seen a number of parts of it that I'm like, I do know, like I get the gist of it. Yeah, my memory is also not always the best. I have it's possible for me to look at a film today and see it like next week and still like, was that in a movie? Seriously? Have I seen this movie before? So it's always fun, like when I watch something with my husband, I'm like, have I seen this one before? And he's like, yeah. Then and then I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't recognize it. But yeah. Let's do a filming check quickly. Yes, I'm still filming. Good. And I'm also like 17 minutes in, and I'm not even halfway the list. So I need to pick up the speed a little bit and ramble less about everything. But yeah, if you've been here before, you know me. I keep saying it, but yeah, they keep getting new people. So just in case you don't know, I'm rambly, can't help it, won't help it. Stay put to you. One of the other reasons, these drills keep sliding. It's a little bit annoying at times, but yeah. So, we are at 1995. Number 1 is Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's from 20th Century Fox, and it had a gross of 366 million. So that's not too much in comparison with some of the other ones. I haven't seen that one. Not my type of movie, to be honest. Come on, you drill. It isn't wanting to cooperate with me. Still need to put some drills extra, Jesus. What I have seen is number 2 on the list, Toy Story. Number 5, Pocahontas. And again, like the same as I had with Jurassic Park, I also had Jumanji on number 10. So I have seen at least parts of it, but not much. Not my cup of tea. As I said, I'm a scaredy cat, so yeah. And it was like 9, 10? Not a movie for me. Moving on to 1996. Number 1 is Independence Day, also from 20th Century Fox, and that had a gross of $817 million. I'm going to put these to the side because I can open a new color. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie. What I have seen from the top 10 of this year is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which in Dutch we would call the klokkenluider van de Notre Dame, which would translate back to the bell ringer of Notre Dame. So, fun comparison. And I have also seen number 6, 101 Dalmatians. And number 8, The Nutty Professor. Can't remember much of that one, but I do know that I've seen it. It's a long time ago, guys. Like, sorry. Ooh, and I think there did fall a drill on the ground. Somewhere. Not entirely sure, but it sounded like it fell. Is it enough? Yes, it is enough. So then we're going on to 1997. Number 1, The Titanic from Paramount and 20th Century Fox. This is a big earning movie because the worldwide gross for this movie was $1,843,000,000 US dollars. So it's a biggie. But yeah, I think also it's like one of the classic movies. Like, I almost wanted to say the Dutch word for classics, like klassiekers. Yeah, so I have that one. I've seen it multiple times. I haven't seen it in the movie theater, but I still have it on DVD. The rest of the list of the top 10, I have seen nothing. Do need to say, like, watching movies is something that I now very often do with my husband, but before, not so much actually. So then going to 1998. Number 1, Armageddon from Buena Vista with 553. Yeah, in Dutch we read the numbers a little bit different, so sometimes I get things to mess up. I forgot one drill. I thought I could poke it out with a pen, but I have one of these wax pencils and it isn't just grabbing one drill out, so I need to do it this way. Itchy. Oh, that's that. Okay. That I can do. Going to quickly pour it out here. Make sure I have everything stuffed in the bag. And then we can move on to the rest for 1998. So, what have I seen from the top 10 grossing list of 1998? I have seen number 2, Saving Private Ryan, or as my husband, well, symbolized, let's call it like that. I don't know like how to call it. Like, he was acting like shaving his privates. So yeah. I directly knew what movie he was referring to because he was watching through the list before me and he was calling out some movies, and yeah, he did that for that movie. So it was like, yeah, you're talking, or well, having it about Saving Private Ryan. Because yeah, it's a thing that he many times says. So yeah, there's that. My husband is a bit crazy, so yeah. But yeah, I have seen that movie. It's a good one. Again, World War II. There are a few bad World War II movies, but many of them are good. So yeah. What else have I seen from this list? A Bug's Life. I actually have watched that one in the movie theaters. for a birthday party from myself. So we went there with a couple of friends, well, basically like my entire class, because our classes were so small, like I believe 8 kids. So yeah, then you can take your entire class on a birthday celebration. But yeah, we actually seen that one in the movie theater for my birthday. So yeah, I have seen that one. I have also seen number 7, Mulan. It's actually one of my favorite Disney movies, even though I like a lot of them. So yeah. The rest I haven't seen again. Like, there's a theme. I have seen most of the times like 1 or 2. That's most of the times about it. So then we are at 1999. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. 20th Century Fox, and a worldwide gross of $924 million. Haven't seen it. I actually have seen nothing of the Star Wars series. It's not my cup of tea. Do know a lot of people love it. But yeah, I've seen like the famous parts because you see them like everywhere. You can't avoid them. But for the rest, I haven't seen any of them. Rest of the list, number 3, Toy Story 2, I have seen. Number 5, Tarzan. I've also seen that one. I have seen a few parts of number 6, The Mummy. I was in a period where I loved everything Egyptian, but decided to not continue watching that movie because it was not up my alley. And for the rest, have not seen anything from that list. On to the 2000s. 2000 and, well, 2000. Not 2000 and something. 2000. 2000. Number 1 there was Mission Impossible 2. Paramount. And a gross of $546. I have seen parts of number 2, Gladiator. We watched it with school, but I was busy with something else because we had like a study class. If you had luck and you had 2 classes fall out back to back, you could potentially get a movie. We watched Gladiator, but I believe I was drawing at that time a lot. Not that it was any good, but I enjoyed it. Still need to start again, but that's here nor there. But yeah, so I have seen parts of it. Was not my cup of tea. Castaway. Same, I believe. Might have seen it entirely, but I'm not completely sure. I have seen it either completely or partly. Something. Meet the Parents. Rings a bell. Not completely sure. Perfect Storm I have watched actually in school. That was actually like a sort of like school assignment, sort of. We watched it together with the entire class. So yeah, I've seen that one. It was a good movie, but not one I would watch again. There are a lot of movies that I like for one-time view, not for multiple views. What have I seen more? Yeah, well, that was basically it. It was because Perfect Storm was number 8. And Castaway was number 3. Then on to 2001. Number 1, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Warner Brothers, $974 million US. Haven't seen it. Have seen parts like coming by, but not my cup of tea. I have seen number 3, Monsters Inc. I have seen number 4, Shrek. 6, Pearl Harbor I have seen in parts because that was on a school bus ride, but they put it on so late that, yeah, you could have seen a part of it and then we're already back at school. And I have always wanted to continue watching, but for one or the other reason, I never do. It's one of those movies that you like want to see, but never are in the mood to see or think about. So then we are going to need to go to 2002. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers from New Line, and a worldwide gross of 936 million US dollars. Otherwise that would be not much. If it wasn't even $1,000. That would be bad. I actually thought it would have been more because like how big Harry Potter is, but oh well. Harry Potter, hear me say, it's Lord of the Rings. Come on, it's also big, but Harry Potter is number 2. Chamber of Secrets. Like my brain, like seriously. Spider-Man number 3 is the original version with let's see. Come on. Tobey Maguire, that was his name. I was like, what's the name of the Spider-Man dude? I have seen that movie. I have seen recently number 8, Ice Age. I haven't even seen that one before. It was like last year was my first time watching Ice Age. I believe at least that it was like the first Ice Age movie that we've seen. So it was at least one of the Ice Age movies that I've seen. I don't know a few of the characters, so that's at least something. Big Fat Greek Wedding, I believe I have seen. That's number 9. (2003), number 1, Lord of the Rings again. Return of the King. Again, New Line. This one had a worldwide gross of 1,140 million. So it's a little bit more. I would have actually thought that it would have been more, but oh well. Because yeah, it's famous franchise, at least here. But I guess basically like everyone. But I haven't seen it, just like I didn't the last. What have I seen of the rest of the top 10? Finding Nemo on number 2. Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl. I don't know for sure. I don't know how many in this series it is. I have only seen the first. Could be Black Pearl. I don't know for sure. But I've seen the first of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It was okay. Especially like the humor was good. But not completely my cup of tea. And like if my husband really wants to watch the rest with me, then I would watch it along, but I wouldn't put it up on for myself. So I have seen Bruce Almighty number 5. I've seen that one actually like a lot. Every time I need to spell the word beautiful, I think of Bruce Almighty with, again, name, the character, like the main character Bruce. What's the name? Jim Carrey. That was it. I was like thinking, like, it's a famous guy. What's his name again? Jim Carrey. When he says beautiful. So that's always where I need, what reminds me of like how to write that. So yeah, every time I write that word, I'm in my head. Beautiful. Ooh, I needed to scroll down for this one a little bit. So 2004, we're slowly getting there. How long am I rambling already? 35 minutes. Well, this will be a long video, I guess. But I think by now you're used to it. So, 2004, number 1 was Shrek. From DreamWorks, with a worldwide gross of $928 million US. So, yeah, I have seen that one. It's actually a kind of a good movie. I've seen it multiple times. Let's think. For the rest, I have seen number 3, Spider-Man 2. I've seen Shark Tale, I believe. Let's see the image if I hover over it. Yes, Shark Tale. I actually have seen that one in the movies, I guess, with my grandpa. It's actually, I think, like one of the last movies we went to. Because after that, there was no more Grandpa Yolanda movie times. Not that he passed away because he's still alive, but yeah, other reasons. But yeah, I have seen that one in the movie theaters. And then we need to go there for 2005. Number 1 there was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Again, Warner Brothers. And it had a worldwide gross of $895 million. As the previous Harry Potter movies, haven't seen it. What I have seen was number 3, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have seen that one multiple times. Not a lot, but a few times. It's a good one. I have seen Madagascar. It's the first one. It was fun. I do believe it's this version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory I have seen. Oh, by the way, Madagascar was 6. I skipped Mr. and Mrs. Smith on 7. I've also seen that one. And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on 8. So, and Narnia, I didn't know if I said that, but that was number 3. So those are what I have seen. Scrolling down a little bit. Then we get to 2006. The number 1 there is Pirates of the Caribbean, A Dead Man's Chest. As I said before, haven't seen it. It's like a reoccurring theme. But yeah, can't help it. I'm a boring person. I haven't seen a lot of movies. A lot of the movies that now are coming up, I think, are like movies that I've seen like in the past 10, almost 11 years with my now husband. Because a lot of them I've seen when he was just my boyfriend. Even though we're married for like 8 years this year. So many I think will still be with my husband. Yeah, so I watched number 2, The Da Vinci Code. We've watched that a couple of years back. I believe we do have that one on DVD. I have seen Night at the Museum, which is on number 5. I have seen Cars, number 6. And no, I actually haven't seen it with my kids yet. Need to change that because that's also a classic. And I've also seen number 10, Happy Feet. Seen it like 2 or 3 times, I could think. Ooh, itchy and scratchy. Itch on my back. Then we are in 27. 2007, I can better say. Number 1 was Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. By this time, it's from Disney. 963 million, like words. What are those? Not coming out of my mouth the way I want them to. What have I seen in that list? Number 3, Spider-Man 3. Number 4, Shrek the Third. Number 6, Ratatouille. National Treasure? Yes, National Treasure Book of Secrets I've also seen. I was debating, like, have I seen that? Thankfully, when I hover the mouse over it, I can just see a little, the movie poster, I think it is, or DVD cover, or something like that. At least I can see something about it. So I can say, like, yeah, that rings a bell. I have seen that one, or I haven't seen that one. Yeah, that I have seen. So that was a good year. 2008, number 1, The Dark Knight by Warner Brothers. 997 million US dollars. I haven't seen that one. What I have seen from that year is number 3, Kung Fu Panda. I have also seen number 5, Mamma Mia. I have seen number 6, Madagascar Escape from Africa. Escape to Africa, sorry. I don't think this is one I've seen. No, it's a James Bond film, not my thing. I like Quantum Solace. It's Quantum of Solace, sorry. It does ring a bell. Was it something I've watched? No, it's a James Bond. I haven't seen any of those. We have like almost all of them on DVD, but I haven't seen it. What I have seen that year was number 8, Iron Man, number 9, WALL-E, and number 10, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. So I have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10. So that's a good year. Seen a lot of them. And a lot of them also before I met my husband. So it's not that I'm like, quote unquote, forced to watch them. Because he's like, oh, I want to watch that movie. I'm like, yeah, well, it's something. Then we're going to 2009 with a high paying movie. We go to Avatar from Fox, and it's $2,743 million US dollars. So yeah, it's a good movie apparently. I haven't seen it. It's not my cup of tea. I do know that my husband has seen it because like a couple of months ago he did a rewatch of it. So I've seen flashes of it, but that's about it. What have I seen from that year? I have seen Up. I have seen the Twilight Saga, New Moon. I have seen this version of Sherlock from that year, and also Angels and Demons. So, 4, not bad, for me at least. So, whoa. Okay, this changed a little bit. Oh, there we go. And then we are going to 2010. Number 1. It's saying it all a little bit different here. Oh, wait. I need to hold that thought for just a little bit. It's all of a sudden changed a bit. Is this better? Okay, for one or the other reason, it might be that I effed up with some. Because here I get something else versus what I've got before. So yeah, it might be that I have clicked on a few of the wrong buttons and haven't had the list as I have before me now. So hopefully I didn't fudge up too much. But I now noticed that I got a completely different looking list. So I was like, is this the same? But yeah, so the list I now have, the highest grossing films. I think I was like looking at a completely wrong list. Now I see it. I have clicked on the entire 2010s and not like 2010. So 2010 till 2019. That's where my mistake was. Okay, then this looks better. I was thinking like, it said like Endgame of Avengers, and I was like, that was later, wasn't it? Because I believe I watched that one in movie theaters. So yeah, I'm back on track. So number 1 for 2010 was Toy Story 3. It's from Disney and it's a 1,066,000,000. So just over a billion. Don't for sure know if I have seen that one. Lost interest in Toy Story at a certain point, but don't know what movie exactly that was. What have I seen on the list? Number 5, Shrek Forever After. Number 6, Twilight Saga Eclipse. Number 7, Iron Man 2. Number 8, Tangled. Number 9, Despicable Me. And number 10, How to Train Your Dragon. So I think these are the years that slowly I have seen more of. At least I would say, because I have seen like 5 of them. 6, correction. So yeah, at least that was a good year. Mind the noise, my cat is climbing in the scratching post and is sitting like right behind me. So the top movie from 2011, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows 2. Warner Brothers, 1,341,000,000. That's more of the things that I was thinking about with Harry Potter. I thought they were all like in this range. As I said before, haven't seen that one. What I have seen is the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. I actually haven't seen Part 2. Kung Fu Panda Part 2. Kung Fu Panda 2. The Smurfs and Cars 2, I believe. Not entirely sure, but I do think I did. Oops. Then for the year 2012, number 1 was The Avengers from Disney, 1,518,000,000 and change. Have seen that one. Don't think it was in theaters or movies or whatever you want to call it. I think we actually just watched it on the television at home. On the DVD. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. What else have I seen on that list? The Amazing Spider-Man. Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. The Hunger Games. Not completely sure if I've seen that one in the movie theaters or not, The Hunger Games. At least, for sure the last part I've seen in the theaters, but not entirely sure for the rest. Then we are already at 2013, so we're slowly getting there. Even though this movie will be, this WIP and Chat will be an hour long before we're at 2023, I guess, but yeah, we're already at 15 minutes. I think my weekly rambles should be very quickly this week, because otherwise it's a very, 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 very long video. Thank goodness there's not much that happened last week, but yeah, I'm getting off topic. Number 1 for 2023. Just let it go, because it's Frozen from Disney. $1,280,000,000 US. I have seen that one multiple times. I'm kind of a big Disney fan, so I've seen most of the Disney movies, I guess. Some are on almost like a repeat list, some are not, but oh well. What else have I seen that year? Iron Man 3, Despicable Me 2, The Hunger Games Catching Fire, Monsters University, and Thor: The Dark World. This is actually the year I met my husband, so I might have seen some of them in movie theaters. And then we are going to 2014. Number 1 that year was Transformers: Age of Extinction from Paramount. $1,104,000,000 US worldwide gross. Haven't seen it. What have I seen? Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, Big Hero 6. Number 5, Maleficent. Actually seen that one in movie theaters. Number 6, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Potentially in theaters. And number 9, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Might have seen a theme that most of the Marvel movies I have seen. Seen almost all of them. Like in the beginning, my husband and I actually looked up a list and watched them in like a chronological order. Words, seriously. So, yeah, I've seen most of them, if not all. Then we are going to 2015. Number 1 that year was Star Wars: The Force Awakens from Disney. And it had a worldwide gross, and I had a flying drill. It had a worldwide gross of $2,086,000,000. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I do think it's like the amount is like in the current money of that time, because the further we get along in the line, the bigger the amounts get. So either a lot more people go to the movie theaters and stuff now. I don't know if it's like on what it's ready, but yeah. Either the prices are going like a lot up, or a lot of people watch the movies now. But yeah, as I said, Star Wars, not my cup of tea, so I haven't seen that one. Almost like as per usual. What have I seen? Number 4, Avengers: Age of Ultron, obviously. Number 5, Minions. Number 7, Inside Out. Have seen that one in movie theaters. Just as number 9, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Things like most of the Hunger Games we've actually seen in the movie theaters. And then we are going on to 2016. Number 1 in 2016 is Captain America: Civil War. I almost wanted to say Winter Soldier, but we already had that one. I believe, at least. 1 billion. Oh, it's from Disney. Forgot to say that one, even though I think you all know it. $1,153,000,000. What else have I seen from that year? I have seen number 3. No, not number 3. Finding Dory I haven't seen. Number 4, Zootopia. Which version of Jungle Book is this? I'm not entirely sure if I have seen this Jungle Book version. I have seen Secret Life of Pets. And that's about it. Then we're going to 2017. Number 1 there was again a Star Wars. So again, one I haven't seen. It was Star Wars The Last Jedi. It's again from Disney. And the gross was 332 million. Let's see, Despicable Me 3, I believe I have seen. Spider-Man Homecoming I have seen. Potentially in the movie theaters, just like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Thor Ragnarok, number 8 and number 9. And I have also seen number 10, Wonder Woman. That was a time I do believe we went to the movie theaters quite a lot. It was pre-kids. So yeah, we have seen a lot of movie theaters. Well, a lot of movies in the movie theaters. But yeah, since we have had the kids, we've been to one movie. And that was Paw Patrol the movie. The Mighty movie, to be exact. Was fun to see the kids so happy though. Then we are at 2018. Number 1, Avengers Infinity War from Disney. 2,048 million. I have seen this one, as you might expect. I have also seen number 2, Black Panther. Because, yeah. Marvel. Let's see the rest. I actually haven't seen. The rest wasn't my cup of tea. So then we're going to 2019. That's the year that we actually... No, 2018 already was the year that we had our daughter. So that's the year that I actually haven't seen any movie at all. So then it was Avengers Infinity Wars that we probably seen in theaters. Yeah, that was that one. We've seen in theaters, like with me being a week and a half away from my due date. So it was a risky move. So it actually, I believe we've seen it on like half a week before my daughter was born. I believe we watched it at like Friday, Saturday, and my daughter was born on a Wednesday. So it wasn't even a week before. But yeah, 2019. And then the first one there was Avengers Endgame. From, obviously, Disney. 2,799,000,000. I have seen it. Not in theaters, because, yeah, daughter wouldn't let me go to the movies without her, and I don't think she would have enjoyed that. But yeah, no, as I said, after the kids, we haven't seen a lot of movies in theaters. So now it's just waiting until they are on Netflix or something. But yeah, then I have seen also number 3, Frozen 2. Just once though. Then I have also seen Spider-Man Far From Home, Captain Marvel, and that version of Aladdin. Also again like once. So then we are at 2020. The year our son was born, so yeah. Huh, Number one in 2020, I will probably butcher this name, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba? The movie Mugen Train from Toho Aniplex, 507 million. That's a lot less than the rest, but yeah, I do think we can all say that the movies that year and potentially also the year after were not visited as much. There was a little bit of a extreme version of a pandemic going around that time. So yeah, at least here, I think big part of the year and also the year after, the movie theaters were closed. So, or at least going for little smaller crowds. Let's see this one. Yeah, I have seen Doolittle from this year, 2007, for 2020 version. Number 7, Dr. Doolittle, or just Doolittle. I have seen that one actually a month, 2 months ago. Husband and I have watched that as date night. Because I actually haven't seen anything of the old Dr. Doolittles, and it looked interesting, and we're like, well, just watch it now. So we're starting to get to the end of the list. How long I'm rambling now? I'm over an hour already. But yeah, does it surprise you? So then we are at 2021. Number 1 there is Spider-Man No Way Home from Sony Pictures. And it had a worldwide gross of 1,912,000,000. At least that did good. And I obviously, again, had seen that one. The other movie I have seen from the top 10 is Sing 2. At least I believe we recently watched it. It's either we watched it or we were planning on watching it. Do know we had put up one for the kids a little bit ago, but I'm not entirely sure now if I have seen 2. I think I did, but I'm not sure. I've either seen it or I'm planning to still look at it. So then we are getting slowly there. 2022, number 1, Avatar, The Way of Water, Disney/20th Century, and it had a worldwide gross of 2,320,000,000. So again, a big hit, but again, not my cup of tea. To each their own. Come on, move along to the place where you need to be. Let's see. What have I seen? Number 4, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. I think we've seen Minions, The Rise of Gru. I know for sure we have seen Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Thor, Love and Thunder. No, we haven't watched that. I was debating on one, but don't think we have. And then we go to last year. Number 1 for last year is the Barbie movie. So just Barbie, Warner Brothers, 1,445,000,000. Probably most famous for Barbenheimer. It was also the year for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I haven't seen that one yet. We have seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And that's about it. Does it already show something for this year? Maybe like a point for now. No. For the rest, that's basically like still going. So yeah, if you're only here for the movies and diamonds part, I hope you liked it. Because this is where the movies and diamonds part ends. Because now I'm just going to ramble on about life stuff. Even though not much happened last week. Yeah. So, just in case you're only here for that, I hope you liked the video. If you did, well, you know the YouTubey stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! And if you're still here for the live ramblings, well, welcome! I hope you enjoyed the very long and rambly video. I'm going to try to not make it too very long. Because, yeah, I don't think you are waiting for a 2-hour video. Yes, that would be challenging even for me. 1-hour videos, no issue. 2 hours, don't think I have reached that yet. I think. And I think that would bore you. Even though you can still obviously choose to watch it in multiple parts. But yeah. So, what all happened last week? Well, we're just going to start at Wednesday, so starting at the beginning. Husband and I did just do a regular date night, just like we do every week, even though we had a date night extra that week. But yeah, daughter had a off day. She had her vacation, and as I said last week, on Tuesday her gym class got cancelled last minute. Like, it starts at like 4:15 in the afternoon, and we got a notification at like 3:30. It's like, hey, this week's gym class is not going through because they are rebuilding the hall, or at least they are doing some renovations. Thankfully they were done today, so today just went fine. But yeah, so our daughter was not having it because, yeah, her brain doesn't always handle the changes perfectly well, and many times, like with these sudden things, and also like with her crazy busy like part of the weekend, she still needed a few days to get back to normal, and then like her one thing of normality that she had that week was taken away. So yeah, Wednesday was not a good day. So she was a little bit fussy and nothing was good, and in the end Thursday she had the same, but then I decided, because they were fighting, the kids are amongst themselves were fighting like almost constantly. Obviously they're brother and sister, they obviously do have a little bit of sibling rivalry. But not to this extent, because it was almost like my daughter was fussing and like, Mommy, he's looking at me. He's breathing my air. And he was basically doing the same. So like, Mommy, she touched me. Yeah, well, then don't go near her. So in the end, I decided to just tell my daughter to go upstairs, got her Playmobil, because that's where my son can't play with, because he's way too rough with it. And then I just let them be. Just was like, do whatever, but keep me out of it. And Thursday they were still a little bit like that, but it was okay again by that point, so thankfully. I've for sure thank my lucky stars that it wasn't too bad, but yeah, it was something. Stay put. I need a bag. So yeah, on Thursday was just kind of a regular day. Didn't do too much exciting stuff. On Friday, however, I dropped the kiddos off at my parents, so that when I got home, husband and I had nice, roughly about a little bit over 24 hours of peace and quiet, all to ourselves. So we had a fun, relaxing day. Did a lot of shopping actually, because we had stuff like we wanted to go clothes shopping. Where did we go to? Yeah, Friday we did go to like the covered shopping mall because, yeah, it is covered and it was raining. So we did that on Friday. Looked around at some other stuff. I don't know what exactly anymore. Doesn't matter also. But after that, we went out to dinner. We went to a sushi place close to us. So it was nice. Expensive as per usual. Because, yeah, we pay now like twice as much as we did when they opened in 2010. No, 2013. Sorry. 13? No, 14, because they opened when my husband was on his like mission on sea, like the coast of the east coast of Africa, the Horn of Africa it was called. So yeah, it opened then, and yeah, we still regularly go, not as much as we did before we had the kids, because then we went out to eat like at least once a month, sometimes even more. Sometimes it was a little bit less because, yeah, my husband was at sea and not at home. Then it's a bit hard to go out to dinner together, but yeah, nowadays it's what we do many of the times when we drop off our kids at my parents. Because, yeah, then we can simply enjoy having a peace and quiet dinner. Tasted really good. Do enjoy it. Afterwards, we just had a nice and relaxing rest of the evening at home. Nice and quiet morning after. We could just wake up whenever we wanted. My body was still like 8:30, like, and now you're awake. I was like, seriously? Do you need to? But I was like so awake that I was like, yeah, I'm not going to turn around and sleep, because then in the evening I can't sleep until like 3 at night. Then I have issues tomorrow. So yeah, I just got out of bed and sneaked downstairs. Had my husband sleep in further, even though he is the one that most of the times can't sleep in the weekend, but oh well. We wake up at the same time, well, at least we get up at the same time. My husband snoozes a bit longer than I do. Because otherwise I'm not in a happy mood when I wake up with the kids. Even though I'm still many times kind of cranky, but yeah, well, I'm not a morning person. Yeah, that drill just popped off, flown off the canvas, so I'm just going to, wherever it lands, put it on the closest symbol of that color, which in this case is everything I still need. Yeah, so we nicely stayed in bed. Well, my husband stayed in bed. I just already went downstairs, had my breakfast, nice cup of coffee, nicely laying on the couch, a good book with it, and just enjoyed getting up and out of bed without mom, mommy, I need this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Because yeah, if you have kids, you know how it goes. the moment it's weekend, they are like even earlier up than when they need to go to school. Thankfully, my kids are good sleepers. So thankfully they let me sleep like in the weekends normally until at least 8 o'clock. Many times 8:30. On Sunday when we had our son and daughter back home in the morning, they were nice. My son woke up at like 7:30, went to the bathroom, did his thing. So I was to him like, hey, everybody else is still asleep. So do me a favor, go back in your bed and be quiet. So I slept on and off, like sleeping a little bit, waking up a little bit. Most of the times because he was playing a little bit with his stuffed animals and stuff. Because yeah, they have stuffed animals in their bed because they like it. So I was playing with that a little bit, so I woke up off and on a little bit. But when our daughter got out of her room because she was like, it's morning. So I was like, yeah, I know. It's light enough in here, so I know it's morning. Doesn't mean I want to wake up, but okay. But yeah, that's a different story. But yeah, so yeah, it was then like 9:15 or something, so that was a decent time. But my body was not wanting to cooperate. I had a headache. Felt like my head was splitting in two. So I just bumped my husband. He was thankfully sort of waking up. I was like, could you? Or no, this week he was already sort of awake. He was like, he just stood up and he was like going downstairs. So he gave the kids a piece of bread, just like to eat, so like out of the hand. Knabbelboterham, if they would call it. And then it's special so they can eat for the TV. Because if I would put something on it, they make such a big mess, they can't eat in front of the TV. No way, ain't gonna happen. So yeah, so I did that and then got right back in bed. So like, yeah, now I can easily get up. So by that time I grabbed myself a paracetamol to ease my headache. After like half an hour or so, my husband got out of bed. He was like, you can stay in bed if you want. Which I did. Stayed in bed actually a bit longer than I intended, but so it was like almost 11 o'clock. So I was like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen again. Well, not going to happen again, but like, yeah, not going to eat now because like in a little over an hour, we're already eating again. So I just went a little bit tornado crazy in the house with doing the stuff I needed to do. So yeah. Husband did the grocery shopping as per usual in the afternoon. Daughter was doing amazing eating. She's like a couple of days in a row. Like, and on Saturday we went to McDonald's because it's basically our like go-to when we are picking them up at my parents, because we needed to coach our daughter home like the first few times they went to stay over. And it's basically gotten in a routine. But yeah, she was eating quickly there. Normally she is the last to finish. Now she was the first, so we're happy with that. Now our son was being a little bit slow, but oh well. Like up until today, she's eating pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I hope she keeps it going because it's not fun to be fussing at her for being such a slow eater. But yeah, yesterday was Monday, so yeah, as per usual, in case you haven't guessed it by now, I'm filming this on Tuesday, which I most of the times do. yeah, yesterday it was time again for school, so now during the day I have a little bit more, well, less energy around the house, even though our son's the ball of energy and the ball of energy at home. Yeah. Just a little bit more, and he's also in school, so can't wait, can you tell? But yeah, she was happy that she was able to go back to school. It was really fast. He could even play like 10 minutes before we needed to go to school. And most of the times I'm normally like, hey, come on, eat your breakfast, hurry up, put on your shoes, and keep fussing at them because otherwise we're too late at school. And yes, normally I make sure that we are at school early enough because, yeah, they go inside at like 5 minutes before it's actually time to start school. But yeah, I try to be like at least 5 minutes before that. But yeah, that's just because I like to be early and not late. But yeah. Yeah, so yesterday's school went fine. Today's school went fine. They had their gym class after school. Did their dinner. Went in the shower, so everything is good. Even though I do need to repeat myself like 20 million times. It's even worse than at normal, but trying to keep calm. Not always easily said, but okay. Easily done. But oh well, can't have everything. But yeah, that's basically it for now. I don't think I have much more to talk about because yeah, last week was pretty normal. 2 date nights. Finished a diamond painting that I did. Finished Captain Jack, so yay. There's the ever hungry kitty Lucia. She wouldn't make an appearance in a WIP and Chat. Yeah. If you haven't already answered the post on my community tab, go over to the community tab on my channel. I have a poll up at the moment for like my next canvas to work on. I think I will go for Friday. Then I'm like, okay, that's enough. Afterwards, I'm going to kit up. Probably like Friday kitting up, or maybe Thursday. So depending on how quickly after uploading you watch this video, you might be able to still vote. Yeah, afterwards, even if you watch it in 2 years, you can still vote, but doesn't do much. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to finish the rest of this mini off screen because, yeah, the video is long enough as is. So, yeah. With that being said, I hope you liked this video. If you did, well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and all the fun stuff. And if there's anything you want to tell me, ask me, whatever does apply, let me know down in the comment section below. Yeah, I will answer as soon as I can. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever applies. And I hope to see you in a next video. Bye!